All praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the elect of Israel. Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. All praise to our power, our Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Welcome to another update of the M.O.T.B. is the CHIP. Okay? And we have an article here for you on news.cgtn.com. Article's entitled China's Brain-Computer Interface Innovation in Fastlane. So they're excelling America. Okay? They're passing America when it comes to this technology. Okay? You see this man right here? He's playing video games with the charagma in his head. That looks like Mario Kart, you know? Using the charagma in his brain, the M.O.T.B in his forehead, as the scripture states. Okay? The prophecies do not lie. We're in the age of the chip. We're here because in the time of the end, we would live when the technology will be here. All right? That's why the book was sealed to the end. During the end times, the end of the age of Esau Edom, many will run to and fro. You see the way people travel? People travel very fast now. You know? What took weeks and months on foot, it's taking a few hours now or less. Okay? People are in these cars. People are on, buses. Had a transit system within cities. Okay? People taking trains, subway, you name it. Airplanes. Okay? Wealthy people have these private jets. So we're in the age of people moving to and fro very quickly. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased in the time of the end. That's why in the end, at the end, it shall speak. Okay? At the end, it shall speak, because in the end, that's when the technology will be here for the charagma. So reading this again, China's Brain-Computer Interface Innovation in Fastlane. This was put up July 6th, 2025. All right. Recently put up. Once again, you see this guy right here playing damn Mario Kart with a charagma. A patient who lost all 4 limbs plays video games using the invasive brain-computer interface device. Now let's run through this article, man. China is emerging as a key player in brain-computer interface BCI innovation, marked by rapid clinical progress and state-backed research. Let's get that definition for innovation. The action or process of innovating. Some synonyms are change, alteration, revolution, upheaval, transformation, metamorphosis. And see, the main thing Esau Edom wants to change is you. He wants to change mankind into something else. You hear a lot of futurists speak. All right. They'll talk about how they want to redefine what it means to be human. You have what's called transhumanism, which means to change man. You know, transcending the limits that man currently has, because ultimately Esau Edom is creating a false version of immortality. You know, they had this false idea of immortality, because immortality will only be given to the Israelites, beginning with the elect. You know, but dealing with this word innovation, once again, the process of innovating, the action or process of innovating. So China, they're taking this thing to a new level. Okay. And once again, a synonym of innovation means to change. The main thing they want to change is you. Redefine what it means to be human. You know? Merging man with machine. A new method, idea, product, etc. And that product is the M.O.T.B. Okay? Technological innovations designed to save energy. Just giving you an example. And that's the point, you know. Back in the article. China's first invasive BCI surgery. In June, we just came out of June, all right? We're in July now. A Chinese medical team successfully implanted an invasive BCI in a patient who had lost all 4 limbs, enabling him to play video games using only his mind. The breakthrough makes China the second country in the world after the United States to advance BCI technology to the clinical trial stage. And this thing is going to be perfected. You just wait and see. The landmark trial was conducted at the Center for Excellence in Brain Science and Intelligence Technology, CEBSIT, at the Chinese Academy of Sciences, CAS, in collaboration with Huashan Hospital affiliated with Fudan University and relevant enterprises. The patient, who lost his limbs in a high voltage electrical accident 13 years ago, could play video games like car racing with only 2 to 3 weeks of training with a BCI implant. The science behind this breakthrough is revolutionary. That's why they're speaking about innovation. All right. Every thought humans have creates electrical impulses in the brain. The BCI system acts like a translator, capturing these neural signals, decoding them through advanced algorithms, and converting them into digital commands. This creates a direct pathway between mind and machine, allowing patients to control devices with pure thought. Right, as if they have some form of what they call it, telepathy. You know, it's very interesting. You know what I'm saying? And we'll just see. The closer we get to this prophecy being fulfilled, we get to witness just how far they're going to get with it. How far this thing is going to go before they release it to the world. All right. So let's read that again. This creates a direct pathway between mind and machine, allowing patients to control devices with pure thought. The interconnection of things, or the internet of things. You know, all these different devices are connected. All right. And they're going to be connected to you because the charagma, they want to put it in you. Those that are of the non-elect. Okay. And that's their BCI right there. The one that they have in China. It looks similar to Neuralase, but this is the Chinese version. And once again, you have a handful of corporations within these different countries that are working on this exact same technology. The size of a coin, the device was independently developed by Chinese scientists for clinical use and is implanted in a thin area of the skull. Its ultra flexible neural electrodes, just 5 to 8 millimeters at the tip, can be inserted into brain tissue via minimally invasive surgery. And by the time they perfect this thing, when they're inserting this into the masses of people, it's going to be as if people don't feel anything, you know? It's going to be quick because the wicked leader Esau Edom, they want billions of people chipped. Billions, all right? China opens BCI clinical ward. Shortly after the surgery, China opened the country's first BCI clinical ward at Beijing Tiantan Hospital, affiliated with Capital Medical University, for BCI research and clinical trials and promoting related technological advancements. They're moving quick, man. Right now, we're seeing promising results with movement and speech restoration, performing miracles by this. Hold on. It's in Revelation. And it speaks about the beast. We know that the beast is America, NATO, and the EU. All right. The key word is miracles. Revelation 13 and 14. And deceives them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. And see, the M.O.T.B is able to, perform miracles in the sense of people taking the charagma. A lot of them are able to move their limbs again. People that are perfecting the charagma, these different scientists, they're doing it in hopes of restoring someone's speech, them being able to talk again, restoring their vision, them being able to see again. In some cases, people with extreme paralysis, them being able to walk again. Once again, we'll see how far they get with it. But that's what the scriptures talk about. Them performing miracles. Okay? Someone able to move their hands again. Or you know what? Let's say if they can't move their hands at all, they can communicate with computers via the charagma in their mind. The BCI in their mind. That word for miracles.
Strong's G 4592. Semayon. Semayon.
It's getting to the point here. Definition B. A sign, prodigy, portent, i.e., an unusual occurrence transcending the common course of nature. Right. And that's what it is. Transcending the common course of nature. Right now, we're seeing promising results with movement and speech restoration, but it's important to understand these are still research experiments, and full clinical implementation will require further development in time, says Zhao Yizong, or Jizong, chief of the hospital's neurosurgical and cerebrovascular neurosurgery department. Okay. And yeah, we'll read some more of this. Commercialization based on policy guidelines. In March, China's National Healthcare Security Administration, NHSA, released a pricing guideline for neural system care services, identifying BCIs as an independent category. According to the NHSA, this move aims to boost the clinical application of the cutting-edge technology to benefit patients in need, against the backdrop of BCI's rapid development over recent years. Now, it's going to begin with patients in need, but it's going to evolve to the everyday person in order for the prophecy to be fulfilled, in order for this technology to be readily available for every man, woman, little boy, and little girl on this planet. All right. The guideline also outlines the pricing of invasive and non-invasive BCIs, respectively, based on the distinctive features of the two BCI approaches. The guideline will pave the way for the swift translation of mature BCI technology into clinical use in the future, and offer a compass for localities nationwide to manage relevant medical services, said the NHSA. The guideline is part of the country's efforts to boost people's health and well-being by facilitating the application of pioneering technologies. In January, the government released a set of guidelines on elderly care services reforms, including measures to support the development of technologies such as humanoid robots, brain-computer interfaces, and artificial intelligence to enhance relevant services. China is growing very quickly, said Tom Oaksley, CEO and founder of US-based BCI company Synchron. And look up Synchron. Look them up. You know, they're working on this exact same technology. So it's a bit of competition, you know. We have to remember that the wicked elite of Esau Edom have an agenda. They have an agenda. BCI company Synchron. Some recent news here. Okay. But you know what? Hey, we just read this now. Synchron CEO, China's moving very quickly in brain-computer interface. Once again, though, there's a handful of companies working on the same technology. You know? Let's go back. And you can look up more info on Synchron on your own. Okay? But that's 3 companies right there. You have this company in China. Okay? We'll get the name of it again. You have Neuralink. You have Synchron. And there's many others. Okay? There are several BCI companies emerging, and it looks like the government has a very clear strategic view on this technology, Oaksley told CGTN during the 2025 Summer Davos Forum in North China's Tianjin municipality. It looks to me that the field of BCI is moving very quickly, or is moving very, very quickly in China. Right. That's it, man. That's it right there. But yeah, this is the name here. All right. Center for Excellence in Brain Science and Intelligence Technology. It's a pretty long name. But they're working on a charagma in China. Okay? me go back to that. Just to see what we can pull up. Okay, let me put in BCI. Right, you see a lot of articles from 3 weeks ago. Okay. But there we go, man. So we're extremely close to this prophecy being fulfilled. Very close. China, Shanghai, invasive BCI clinical trial. Yeah, so they're moving in China, man. They're moving. But yeah, I pray this has been edifying, Lord willing. Okay, Lord willing, this is edifying. We almost up out of here, man. So let's read that again in the book of Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. NLT. This vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. And we see that. All praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops, great millstone. Peace and blessings to you elect out there, the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom.